Hello, welcome to Mountain Aromatics. I wanted to go over VERYMOSS from, the other word for that is EVERNYL, and it is obviously a mossy kind of aroma, very, very earthy. It's 280 hours on the test strip. It is a middle note, which I guess surprises me. I kind of thought it would be a base, but it's a middle note. And that's my pup. So here we go. So I'll just read what I wrote on the back. It's mossy, oak moss, although it's not really similar to oak moss absolute. I'll get into that later. A little woody. Earthy, smooth, and it goes well with fougères. This is probably the biggest thing this goes well with is the fougères, but it also goes well with coumarin, lavender, patchouli, wood, and jasmine, that type of stuff. So anything in those directions, this will go really well with. So it is yellow, clear liquid. It's a water consistency. Yeah, just a watery consistency. It reminds me of a wet, damp forest floor on a cool day. Not like hot rainforest, but more of a cool forest floor, maybe in Maine or Vermont or something like that. That's what this reminds me of. It's kind of interesting because to me, although this just may sound weird, but it smells clean, but it still smells very, very complex. Like there's a little bit of leaf in there. You can smell the moss and the earth, but it's clean. I know that's a little weird, but it does. It smells very full and not really warm, but it smells warm. Like it's going to create a little bit of warmth in your formula. Definitely is not going to muddy up your formula, that's for sure. It just smells too clean. On the test strip, it's kind of funny. It's a little bit harder to detect the aroma on here, although I can. Very clean. Just forest floor, damp forest floor, cool damp forest floor. Yeah, it definitely is. The first thing I think of when I smell this is a fougère type of fragrance. Fougère is a type of fragrance. I think I went over that in my fougère accord. So if you want to learn more about a fougère and what a fougère is, head over to the list of my videos. I'm starting to get a pretty big collection of videos for you for education purposes to teach you about the different materials. There is a fougère accord video, so check that out because that'll kind of go with this. Very clean. I absolutely see how this fits with a lavender and jasmine or any type of wood. And you can just use a little bit of this for the background if you don't want to go the fougère route. because you could put this with wood and other stuff and it not be people thinking, oh, this is a fougere, it smells just like a fougere. You can make it happen using this and it not be a fougere type aroma. Just when you want to deepen and give complexity to your formula, I do think typically a masculine type fragrance. So I do think that. My little one is joining me now. Say hello. So that is what I have to say with the VERYMOSS. So to me, it's just, it's pretty specific. He's so sweet. He's a sweet little boy. But it's just pretty, I think, a little specific, where it just seems to go with the masculine type of formulas, which again, it doesn't have to. But if I said, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of more masculine formulas that this would go in, and it definitely reminds me of a fougere type of aroma, and a fougere cologne. But you get creative, just like I do, because when I use this, I don't necessarily make a fougere aroma or fougere formula. I go in other directions. So get creative, and that's the whole point of these things. Make your own stuff. I get creative and go in the whole direction of citruses, or go in a total direction using this with some of the florals. And that's the other thing I just want to communicate to you is, again, I've said this before, there are no set rules for you in perfumery. You can take this and try it with some really different things that you would never think of. Try with some amber. And so I hope I encourage you to step out of the traditional box and use it with some different type of aromas that you wouldn't necessarily think. Again, just use your get some small little vials like this and make an entire formula in a small vial. So you're not using much of the material at all. Let it sit for a month or two, take it back out, smell, see what you think, see how it's working for you. And even if you have some space left in your vial and you're like, hey, I know it would work with this, let me add some orange blossom to this. Then go in and add a little bit of orange blossom and put that in your formula notes that you always have, of course. And that's how you learn. That's how you get to know your materials, is you use them. Just use them in small little vials like this to learn and get to know your material. So I hope that was helpful. Again, this was VERYMOSS, also known as EVERNYL, EVERNYL, and it is 280 hours on the test strip, so they're pretty long, but they do consider it a middle note. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next Mountain Aromatics. But first, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, that would do me a world of good, and would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the rest of us. Thank you very much. Have a good day.